John, inside the shop, searched for Catherine Turner's records using the computer, and printed out all the information and photos and put them in a folder. Miriam said, "This is very similar. That story that happened 20 years ago. Turner and her father disappeared and left their town with her mother and sister." John replied, "That means Turner, one of the family members that James asked to leave the town." Miriam, "Yeah, I don't know why. She didn't mention the town she was born in anywhere. We need to find out if she's from this town or not. If so, the reason for her return will be clear. She's looking for her father and thinks he's still alive, and living among wolves and werewolves. This shocks James. Something bad is happening to him like this." Miriam, "This is the one who needs help more than us." "I agree. We're going to that hotel tonight. I'll tell Julian to support us when she's with us. James won't follow anything." After sunset, they entered the restaurant. Julian looked around the hall. There was no sign of Catherine. At the end and in the corner of the hall, a table caught her eye. Because of the several vases that were around it for decoration, it was somehow camouflaged and away from attracting the attention of others. They went towards it. Someone called Julian. She turned her head. A man came towards her and said, "It's nice to see you after a long time." In the midst of doubt, Julian slowly lifted the hem of his trousers and showed her his anklet. Julian said, "But I don't remember your name." Steve said, "Steve, you and your brother made us stay here." Julian, "Now I remember exactly. What are you doing here, Steve?" "I'm looking after Catherine Turner. Your brother asked me to. Of course, Susan, Catherine, Neil and Jack are also there. Tonight it's my turn." Julian, "James is using you as a backup." "Yes." Julian asked them to sit around the table, so as not to attract attention. She also introduced Miriam and John to Steve. Julian, "What exactly did you learn from Turner?" "Your brother allowed her to research and take pictures of the werewolves in Salem, and if necessary, help her, but he doesn't want the incident from 20 years ago to come back to life. The sheriff is suspicious of Turner's past. Some time ago, Katie noticed that several people were watching Catherine. Usually her instincts are not wrong." Miriam. Her gaze turned towards the entrance and reception area. The others also turned their heads. Kate, in her civilian clothes, entered the restaurant, looked around and went to the reception. Handed a notebook to the waiter. He opened it to his surprise and saw a police badge in the middle. "Waiter, what can I do for you, Lieutenant?" "Kate, under the title Don't Call Me. I want the room number of Catherine Turner and the last person to come out of Selleck. Show me on the table below. I'll write it in the notebook. You won't have any problems." The waiter opened the notebook and turned it towards Kate, and with his finger, he showed Catherine's name and her room number, and the last few people. Kate smiled and put $1 as a reward in the hotel register. He went to one of the tables and sat behind it. Steve, your brother's strange move, after talking to that boy, made Kate react too. "I don't know what that boy said, that your brother suddenly got confused." Miriam asked, "Did you see those people who were watching Catherine?" Steve, "Just, Katie, you saw them. They weren't there when we arrived." After a while, Turner entered the restaurant. She took her room card and went to the first floor.